Meeting to order. And has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes from our last meeting?
And these are
Celia
the,
Very,
sent out?
our very long minutes.
these are the policies that we okayed.
These are the policies that we
minutes.
okayed, so I brought copies for us to sign tonight.
I move that we accept the minutes of the January 7th meeting.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Ayes have it.
I do not have a treasurer's report. Amy was occupied and didn't get me the financials until 5:30 tonight. However, we do have two CDs that are maturing on the 28th of February. So I emailed the man who is my contact and said, my question is, if we're doing work in the library, is there the opportunity that we're going to need these CDs? And right this minute, I can't tell you which CDs they are. So I asked him if I could have the information for 6 months and a year. And he said he could give me the information on that at the time that it matures. I assume that the rates change. So, it matures on the 28th, and you have like 10 days to roll it over. So I will get from him the rates, and then I will have to send it out to all of you and see what you want to do. I guess tonight I'd like to know, do you want to do it for 6 months instead of a year in case we need the money?
Well, the 10 days would still
The meeting
be
would fall
at our
between.
next meeting.
Say that again?
The 10 days would be in time for our next meeting is March 4th.
Right.
So
Right.
So maybe
we could
by that
decide
time,
then.
or you could let us know what the rate
Right, I
difference.
could do that.
are.
Yeah,
Could
I
vote
just,
on that.
I guess I don't know whether it makes a difference about the rates or not, or if it makes a difference as whether we think we're gonna be doing work on the library and need the money. If we need the money, it won't matter what the rates are. And I will look, there's one CD that's only $4,000, and there's another one that's 30, and I meant to look it up. Well, actually, I can look it up right
Yeah,
on here,
on the,
because I've got the paperwork from
Right.
her.
is one of the one, well, there's a money market as well, too.
All right, so there's a $32,000 one and a $28,000 one. The Memorial CD is at Community Bank, and the fiber optic one is at the Community Bank, and then M&T Bank, and I don't know which, actually I do. 9029, the $28,000 one, and so it's the $28,500 one and the $4,643 one. There's also a $32,000 one, but it's the other two that are maturing. So do you have any thoughts?
I would, again, just wait to see, because there's not that much difference between 6 months and a year.
No.
And I doubt, I think we could borrow from one, like the money market, and then
Replace.
replace it when that, if we absolutely need that money, we could put it back into the money market.
So the money market is the checking account, you mean?
Right,
All right, so it's
because there's no
February,
penalty.
March, April, May, June, July, August. It would be August. Well, when are we gonna know about this grant?
I'm not sure, but we have until 2028 to complete the work, I believe.
And you don't usually have to pay until you complete the work.
or at least,
A partial down
you
payment.
have to have some kind of partial thing done, but even still, we have enough money in the money market should we need it, and I don't believe
The
that,
trick is that we don't get the new money, after June 30th, when we've spent down all the money. We don't get the new money until September 1st.
right, which is
So
why we
that
encumber.
little time period in there, if the CD is coming due on August 28th and we're not getting the money till September 1st, there may not be money in that money market.
If we get the HUD grant, that's for $100 and some thousand.
Well, then we would be fine.
Then we would be fine.
But if we don't get the HUD grant, we can't do the work
We
anyway.
can't do the work because we don't have $100,000.
Okay, so I guess I can renew the CD.
Yeah, and I would just.
6 month?
Yeah, whatever.
Well, I can renew it for 6 months, but the question is whether you want me to renew it for a year. But
Well,
if,
Depends
I
on
think,
the rate.
I think we renew it for 6 months, just in case we need to grab it.
okay,
But you're not gonna know the interest rates till the 28th,
right,
so
right.
we have to wait till the 28th.
So, I mean,
anyway.
if there's a huge discrepancy in the interest rates,
One's 7%, haha, or,
one is 7 and one is 3, we might make a difference. But it isn't gonna be.
No, I don't think they're gonna be that much of a difference between the two.
Okay. So if there isn't that much difference between the two, we're going with 6 months. Okay, okay.
And when we say not that much difference, we're talking what, 1%?
Probably.
maybe.
So,
Probably gonna be 1% or 2% anyway. I mean, it's,
Or 0.25%, or it could be any one of a
if
number
it's under
of
2,
things.
just do the 6 months.
when I
That's my
find out,
suggestion.
I'll send out a memo to all of you and we can go from there. Okay.
Okay, Chris will let us know.
Thank you.
I finally found a contact at M&T that responds to me and seems quite, I think he's out of Rutland. His name is Chuck Sharp, and he seems quite sharp.
I'll move we accept the treasurer's report.
Which
The-
there isn't a
which-
treasurer's report.
Well,
As of word of mouth.
Well,
Second.
report on CDs. Okay.
All those in favor? Those opposed? The ayes have it.
So next month, we'll just have
2
two
months.
treasurer's reports.
Librarians report.
Alrighty. January was open for 19 days, 773 total borrows. I put December's borrows in there just so you could see in front of you the change from one month to the next. Mary Kay is working on the overdue notices. None have been sent out yet. 42 new books came in January. I did give you a copy of what those are. I also got 21 books in yesterday, so they're on February's though. We did 37 books, the holiday books, before we put them away. Went through those. 9 library cards. Internet use and Wi-Fi is, I think, about the same as it was last month. 1 genealogy search was sent to Danny. Volunteer hours are 94 and some change. And then petty cash is there. Danny's genealogy club in January had 3 people down here. And then she has her next this coming Friday. The book sale in January 10th brought in, it was on a Saturday from 10 to 12, and it did very well comparatively. The next book sale will be the 22nd of February from 10 to 12. They've scheduled through May, maybe April.
I believe
Is Saturday the 21st or
21st.
20th?
Yep.
I think it is.
So sorry,
right.
because the
Because that's-
calendar is open 21 and 22, and I write both Saturday stuff on Sundays thing. Sorry about that.
all right.
It's February
That's the
21st.
day we're having the meeting here.
Yes.
Meet the candidate.
Yep, thank you. Saturday, February 21st from 10 to 12 is the next book sale. And they're going to be on Saturdays this winter season. The newly scheduled ones are going to be on Saturdays for the most part. Book Club had 6 members virtually on January 12th for Pride and Prejudice. And then we are meeting on Monday, the 9th, for Queens of Crime. Take and Make was a little Winter Village mobile. 53 were taken. And then this month is a Peanuts Valentine's character scene. It's cute. Programs in January, we had started a bi-monthly story time for the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month. The Fairhaven Grade School first graders are going to be coming. They're splitting the class up for one the second Tuesday, one the fourth Tuesday, so it's about 15 kids each time. We had a lot of fun with the story time this past Tuesday when they came. There were some other kids from the public that came as well too, not with the group. We had a Lego club, which we partnered with Fairhaven Recreation, and there were 15 kids registered. We had 47 total throughout the 4 club meets and students and 16 adults. There was some sicknesses that stopped some of the registered kids from coming, but their little builds are up on display on the table upstairs, and they really, really enjoyed it. It was kindergarten through second graders that were in that club. Caring Canines did not come this month because we had a sick pooch, and then they're on vacation next month, but they are hoping to be back in March. We had a book discussion on The Anxious Generation by Jonathan Haidt. It happened on the snowy night on January 21st. We had 4 adults in attendance. It was a very good discussion. Craft Club was another partner with Fairhaven Rec. The first meeting, we had 3 adults and 2 kiddos, and then the second meeting, 1 adult and 1 kiddo. The conference room was only used for the trustee meeting in January. And then snowshoes have been borrowed out. The library was closed on Monday, the 26th for snow. And then the next meeting is March 4th. I had some other things I didn't put in this. I spoke with someone from the Massachusetts Higher Education Consortium, which we are part of, which has larger contracts for things. And he informed me that under this contract, we are able to have Amazon Business Prime for free. So I changed our Business Prime to what they allow for a contract for free, and they're going to refund us only a portion of what I had done when I started the Amazon account with them. So I think it was $63 they're going to refund us. But they also have, they have accounts with the other booksellers. And so I reached out to other booksellers to start an account with some of them. Brodart is not taking new accounts. I have a message to get signed up with Ingram to buy books from them. I looked into a couple other places. You had to go through and sign an agreement and have them then contact you through the MHEC's webpage. So I'm in the middle of that. Ingram sent me an email on how to set up, how to buy books from them. So hopefully that will be helpful.
What is this, the consortium? It's the
Yep,
Massachusetts?
sorry. The Massachusetts Higher Education Consortium, MHEC.
Yeah, that I took, but
And it provides contracted discounts on huge range of projects, which are available to libraries and schools.
So will these new people be less expensive than Amazon, or just the idea of getting them somewhere else?
I think that it is another option, and normally, what I'm understanding is that jobbers, as you'd call these other booksellers, give you larger discounts, 30 to 40% all the time, whereas Amazon offers that discount on the book part of the time. So it is just a way to price and have other options for buying books.
And there might be other books available
Yep.
too.
Yep, so hopefully that will be helpful in getting books in better. So, that is there. And then tomorrow's the 5th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the 5th. The 5th is the day to sign up for the collection development course, which will take place on Thursdays in March. So I'm going to sign up for that course, for the continuing education credits, the certificate, through the state. So that is my next course in my to-do list on there. That was my other bits.
Well, Thursdays is convenient.
Just hope Kevin is good for me, but yes, doesn't distract from anything else.
Would have to be at the library. You could actually come to the library. You would be quiet. Anything else?
I think
know you
that's it.
got a thing that we have a raise in the cost of,
Oh. I forwarded
Was
that
that
on to
electric?
you. The
Yeah,
New
what was
Horizons, hold on.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was either.
That's the, internet and phone, no. Where is this thing? Hold on. You asked me a question I wasn't prepared for, Seal. I'm getting there.
it looked like.
Rate change modification, right here, New Horizons, communication, so,
So that's
it's the,
internet.
yeah, and it's going from 58.97 to 65.97.
Because we pay what, Chris, a month?
It,
Isn't it
I thought it
100?
was 150 something.
what's an MRC?
I thought it was 150 something that I was supposed to take out of one account and put in the other account. Is there more than one internet?
Not to my knowledge. You might have to call them and ask,
Okay,
because I wasn't familiar with New Horizons.
okay.
I wasn't,
I thought,
I thought we had Fidium.
that's what I thought.
Hold on.
Isn't,
but there's a check upstairs that I just signed for
Yep.
New Horizons.
Is it the phone? Hold on, I'm sorry.
We'll have to look at the bill and see.
But we don't have the bill. Amy's got the bill.
I do, I have the bill. I have the bill.
Oh, you have the bill?
Yep. It's right here. So we pay $114.10 is what the bill was for. I can call them and ask for more clarification on what that 58.97 for, I don't know what their symbols mean. FVTU 36M 1MB. This looks like the internet and it's going up per megabyte. Nope, I don't know what those mean, but I can call them
I
and
would just
get some
call and get some
clarification.
clarification
Okay.
for us.
Because Fidium is part of Consolidated. I don't know which one owns,
Wait,
I
or which
believe-
way, same thing.
I believe,
Fidium owns Consolidated.
yes. Or they're contracted out.
Right, and these, they could always be subcontractors, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so that we understand just exactly how much it's costing us for, because that's under,
Because I
E-rate.
take the money out of that one account and put it into the main account to take the place of the cost of the internet. I thought.
right, because when that consortium broke up with the state of Vermont, that's what they did, they gave all the libraries that were part of the consortium a chunk of change so that we could have internet access for affordable.
Yeah, how do you want me to wait till March to tell you, or do you want me to just email you guys when I get
Yeah,
information?
just when you get information, just send it out to everybody.
Okay.
I have a question. On the interlibrary loans, we received 24, but we sent out twice as many. Is that typical? That we
So what
send
I'm
out twice
recording
as-
in this is just for what we borrowed for our patrons, what we've asked for, what my people have asked for.
Right.
And then this is what the other places ask for. So yes, I mean, we don't have too many requests for interlibrary loans, but we do get the, book club books with interlibrary loan.
But we're sending out 48.
That's why it's good to have the grant.
Did we talk at book club about paying a fee?
We had talked about, and that was prior to getting the grant, when it was pretty costly for the interlibrary loans, but, I mean, we can talk about it again at
Yeah.
the book club, and everybody's willing to pay whatever it costs to,
Right.
to have the book mailed here.
I mean, it's still better than going out and buying your own book. I mean, even if it's just for convenience.
Yep, we'll bring that up at book club.
Do we have to pay receiving books and shipping books out?
No, we pay a weekly fee, and it's like $25 or something a week. I'd have to pull the bill up to tell you exactly what it is. But it's per tote that they take. So as long as our weight doesn't exceed a certain amount, we pay the $25 a week, no matter how many books are in that bin, nor how many books come to us. So it is $600 and something a year, which is what we do for the interlibrary loan grant to pay half of that. Or I said that wrong. Maybe we pay $600 a year, and the total bill of it is 12. That's probably the more accurate answer off the top of my
And it's
head.
way cheaper than us
Paying $5
paying
a book.
$5 for every book we send out.
Right.
And it'd probably be more than 5.
Do you find
then-
that there are people that request a lot?
Like,
They ask for our books rather than,
specific libraries, it's randomized. So once you put one in, like you don't say specifically, West Haven doesn't specifically request the book from Fairhaven. They request the book in general, and whichever library
Has the-
pops up first in the computer system gets the request, and you can either accept it or deny it, and ship it out or not. So I don't necessarily have, it does give me statistics on which libraries are receiving more of our books, but it's a long list, and they all have like one or two, or there's not one that is significantly more than the others.
It's like us, when we request a book, it's gonna go to 15 different libraries, because one library doesn't have all 15 books for us.
For the book club, but in general, like if I requested my own book that I chose to want to request, and I put that out there. It shows me the libraries that have it available, but I don't specifically choose the library. I just say I want that book, and then the computer system randomizes it and sends them out.
Well, I can say before I became a board member and learned all this, I used to request books all the time, but now that I realize we have to pay for them every time I request a book, it makes me hold back a little bit.
Well,
It's much, like she was saying, it's much cheaper to request a book now than it was before, because we were paying $5 per book.
Okay.
Going
whatever it is
out
for
or
shipping.
coming in.
And that's, I mean, that's part of the service of the library, is we want to make sure people have access to the books that they want to read, so.
And when you borrow a book from another library, how long do we keep it?
They give us a due date, and you can request different levels of due dates, but it's normally, the people still get the book for 2 weeks. So when they check it out, I try to do it all within a month. And I think that's what other places do too, because we only have our pickup and drop off on Wednesdays. So there is a lag of when the books go out and when they get to the library. So there's a lag there, then there's the time the person has to actually read the book and enjoy it, and then the lag to get the book back to where it belongs. So it is about a month that the book would be out, but that's not hard statistical answer for you. That's my best summary
That's
of
what
what's
we get at
happening.
book club.
Yeah,
I mean, the books-
basically, we don't keep it, we return it.
When it comes back.
Goes in the green bin up there.
4:30s on Wednesdays.
Any other questions? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, let's review our policies that that Celia brought for us today.
Well, we passed the general operations of the library policy, the library personnel policy, the meeting room policy, we just talked that we would amend it to change the hours of operation for the library, so I made a new one of that. The collection development policy, which is the class that Jenny's gonna be taking. We're signing this page, this is actually the form, so if people want to request that the book get taken out of the library or put in the library, so I'll open to that page. And then the conflict of interest policy, I didn't make the copy of the sheet that we all have to sign, but we'll have those here in March for all the new board members, or all the board members to sign. And then, we can do that first. Ron, why don't you sign up there's 5 spaces for all the board members.
Do we have to sign every page?
All the ones that have 5 things, we're signing. And then we talked about the sexual harassment policy. So in your minutes, on the last page, I attached the Vermont law. And then, I had 4 copies, and those I gave I gave one to you 4. Jenny and I didn't make enough copies. Probably ran out of paper.
This one works if that one doesn't, do you? This is gone.
I feel like I'm signing papers to get a loan.
I didn't have to sign my name this much to buy a new car. And we really should, like, next month, get copies of the signed ones to put in our books.
I'd like to put them on the webpage and make a page for them, the policies there,
Absolutely,
too.
that's public information. There are a couple more policies beside the sexual harassment policy. There's the gifts policy and the cell phone policy, which of course, when we wrote that policy, I'm thinking cell phones could probably be put in with computer policy. But we also have a children, youth, and young adults, because the age changed with the state of Vermont. So, where it used to be, I think 16, now it's 12. But our confidentiality of records stayed the same.
And what was the thing that changed on the sexual harassment?
Just the types of,
Examples of?
examples, a few things, but anything that drastic, no. But it changed, so that's the law. We're always bound by the law first. Vermont state law takes precedence. Town meetings coming up while we're signing all these papers. Anybody want to come and speak about the library?
What day
Not
is that?
everybody at once.
What day is
It's
that?
Monday night,
This coming Monday?
No, it's Monday, March 3rd.
March
because she didn't
3rd.
sign that one.
Be the 2nd? Is it March 3rd, the day we vote?
Election.
Oh, March 3rd is the day we vote.
So it would be
It's
March
Monday.
2nd.
It's Monday. Monday night.
I guess I could.
There aren't always a lot of questions, but just in case, it's nice to have somebody there
Yeah, there's
who
hardly
can
any.
answer them.
And sometimes you just get a chance to say a little bit about the library when they bring up the library, ballot item. You can, little things like 94 hours of volunteer time that the town doesn't have to pay for, or, the $10,000 that we got from the Carnegie.
Right.
That has not come in yet. I have not received the check, just, it's supposed to be on its way.
I'm gonna put these here, Jenny, and you can
But
get those.
I think people think that there's a lot more librarians here being paid a lot more money than is actually happening.
There's 5 people being paid.
What'd you say?
5 people being paid, right?
Mary Kay.
But they're not 5 full-time people.
No, we don't have any
No.
full-time.
No
No,
full-time.
It's
and,
full-time.
and it really is a small amount of hours that we're paying for the service of the library.
And I know one year they looked at salaries and it was, I forget, it was the total of the salaries, and they thought that was what the librarian got.
Yes.
Right.
And it wasn't.
It became a rumor that was
Yes, it
spread all over
did.
town.
Yes, it did.
And, Carol said, sure, I'll take that. No. Well, since we just got this computer use today, we might want to just bring that up next month.
Okay.
I would hoped that we do it all in case, we got a new person on the board, but we'll see.
How does that work next? So it's Wednesday after town meeting.
Right.
Next month.
So anyone who's elected will have to go in to see the town clerk that morning, and sign the Freeman Oath. Because you can't legally vote at this meeting until you've signed your Freeman Oath. And then that's our reorganization
Okay.
meeting. And so since we just signed the conflict of interest policy, we'll all have to sign that conflict of interest
Again?
statement as well, so.
Okay.
But reorganization is key.
And then you all vote on your positions within the board, again, at that meeting?
That's the reorganization
Okay.
part.
All right.
So who's the chair, who's the secretary, who's the treasurer, it's a lifetime.
I know.
Lifetime positions.
It's not really,
And if there's no one written in for those positions, you all can appoint? Can you do
we
the
can
appointing?
suggest, but it's up to the,
board.
it's the select board.
Select board.
Okay,
We're still a municipal library, so some things have to go through the
okay.
town.
So we have to, I don't know if we discussed this at this board meeting or after the board meeting, that we have to get a write-in campaign going?
Probably after.
Okay.
For anyone bailing out, are they required to be here next month for the meeting, or?
No,
Not unless they
Does
write
he
you
have
in.
to sign that conflict of interest policy?
no.
No, okay. I don't think you're bailing.
Not, because this is the last meeting for
Of
this year as
The board.
the board. So as of, next Monday,
March,
that would be my
Tuesday.
last day,
Yeah, yeah.
because somebody's elected on Tuesday. Right now, it would be Judy and Chris, who are the only, so we have to get somebody elected so we can at least have a quorum. Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to be here next month but am I
Are you, yeah.
persona
you-
non grata, or?
Yeah, you're not a person, but you can't vote,
Okay.
but you can
You-
always come.
Oh,
Yeah. You're always welcome to come to the.
That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's right. And you're always welcome to stay volunteering as well.
Fixing the books.
That's right.
And thank you for your service.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your years of service here.
And we wish you good luck with your health issues.
Thank you.
So should we take a look at the sexual harassment policy?
One at the end of the minutes, or the one that passed out. I don't have it. I have to look at it.
Again, I don't think it's changed much.
Which one are we looking at? Are we looking at?
This is the state law, and I included that.
Okay.
The one I handed out is our policy, which looks amazingly a lot like the state's harassment policy, because that's the law.
And I seem to have it's right here. We never have this many pieces of paper, so
Trust me, trying to get them all,
this is why I'm not on the school board.
Too much to,
It was on the minutes,
okay.
the last page of the minutes.
That's the. So this is the one we're gonna use?
This is the one that Seal handed out today. Was in the minutes on February.
All right, so.
This is a silly question, but is this for all people in the library or just staff of the library? Like, who does this policy cover? Or govern, I guess might be the question there.
Anyone who comes in.
anyone who comes in,
Okay.
if they see sexual harassment happening, they can report it.
Okay.
If they feel they've been harassed, they can report it.
Okay.
If an employee feels they're being harassed, they can report it, you can report it, anybody.
And are there changes? Are there things in this law?
There
that-
aren't a whole lot of different things. Like I said, just a couple of different, just a little bit of change. Again, it looked incredibly,
This looks exactly the same.
it does. I just, that's because I changed it to be what the
Oh, you
law
did
is.
change it, okay, okay, that was my clarification. I was looking for differences.
You won't find any, hopefully.
So do we need a motion to accept this?
Yes, that's what we voted that we were gonna do that.
Okay, I will move to accept the sexual harassment policy.
I'll second it.
I'll second.
Thank you. Sorry, you chair.
I know, I tried. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Ayes have it.
Now, I printed out a copy to get signed. Let's see if I can find it.
Is it in the copies that we already
It
signed?
is not in the copies that we already signed. I'll find it before we leave today, hopefully, so that we can
Just
sign it.
make sure
If
I
not, I'll
didn't-
bring it.
That I didn't pick it up by mistake.
Take a look, just in case.
Policy.
So we're gonna look at, yeah, I didn't think so. This is the gifts, which we didn't talk about yet.
Do you have a clear one that I can go Xerox?
No, because it's got the,
No, if you had a clear one, you,
I did, because it's got all the things on the bottom so, for us to sign, so I'll bring, if we can't find it before we leave today, I'll print up another one,
Okay.
okay?
do you want to do
So,
the computer use one?
well, we talked about going home because we just got it today.
Okay.
I really would rather take a
To
look.
really read it.
Right, and look at the gifts policy and the children and youth, and then those should be the last three. And then I basically went out to the law of public libraries to see which policies we need. And we have our mission statement, but they would like us to have things like a statement of purpose or mission, and an affirmation of principles of intellectual freedom. So we've talked about, a little bit about the principles of intellectual freedom in our policy about, our collection. But if anybody can find anything about, a statement about,
The Library Bill of Rights is,
right, and we,
that's posted upstairs. I mean,
Right.
could that fit for that?
and it's in our policy that we
Follow.
adhere to the library Bill of Rights. And I did add to our confidentiality of patron records, a copy of the law. So the policy didn't change, but I am putting the law in there because it says, it's in chapter 4 of the Vermont States Annotated. So I just copied Vermont States Annotated chapter 4. So that's covered. So we have, that gives us a little bit of insight into just exactly what the policy, how it meets the law. So next month, we're gonna do children, youth, young adults policy because of the change in the age for, in the new state law,
Which is 12 years old now?
Yes.
12. computer and,
And sign the sexual harassment.
yeah. I'm gonna put computer and cell phone in there because let's face it, cell phones are computers.
The other one you've got is the meeting room policy.
And that, we just signed that.
Okay.
Because the only,
yeah, yeah,
because
I
we just
remember
changed
that.
the hours. Patron confidential, all the other ones in that book. So, we now have the general operations of the library. I should put the bylaws in here. We need a copy of the bylaws digitally. I don't have that, so.
No, didn't I type them up?
You did. But I didn't get the digital copy, so if we get the digital copy, that would be
So I
great.
must have the digital
You
copy.
must, yeah. Library personnel, we've just approved sexual harassment. The meeting room policy was just amended slightly to reflect the hours. The collection development policy. Confidentiality, again, is the same. So we're trying to revise gifts. We signed conflict of interest, children, young youth and adults, young adults. And computer use, so computer use, cell phone, that's everything on the list of what's required by law.
Thank you for doing that.
I'll be glad when it's done, because now we have 2026 on the bottom of most of them, which is nice.
Any other new business? I did get in touch with the bricklayer today.
Oh,
Like, really talk to him?
Actually talked, sort of, cutting in and out, and hopefully if he doesn't call me back by noon tomorrow, I will call him again.
which one did you talk to?
It's up in Burlington area.
Was he the one who?
802 Masonry,
802 Masonry,
yes.
and he's one of the ones that's on the approved list?
No, he's
Oh.
not. So I did a search for bricklayer masonry, with work on historic buildings. And this gentleman has worked on the, what did he say? Middlebury? Some historic buildings over there.
We'll have to still pass it through from the HUD grant, because that's one of the questions is if we're, on the National Historic Register, which we are.
Okay. So I will do, yeah, and, well, all these people that I tried contacting were supposedly historic.
But
They
they're,
have worked on historic. Whether or not they're on the National Registry, I don't know.
yeah. And that's that key piece. Especially when you're getting federal grant monies.
All right. Other than that, I don't have any other new business.
When
or
are we
old business.
supposed to hear a response to the grant?
It's, I think it was it due March 13th?
Yeah, it's not officially due.
It's not even officially due, and I do want to correct something that I said last month. Because I thought we could go in and change the grant once as long as you did it prior to the due date. So I went to Joe and I said, were you able to change the piece about, Jenny's a new hire? And he said, no, once he hit send,
That was it.
that was all she wrote. So it's in there and we can amend it, should we get it?
I don't think that should be a
I don't
problem
think
at
I don't
all.
think it's going to be a issue.
Has anybody thought of programs or how to use the money from the Carnegie Foundation?
Does it have to be
They don't care.
Certain, they don't care.
They don't
You can
care
use
on
it.
how to
They
use
want
it.
a report on how, they would like a report on how it was used. But they really are leaving it up to you. So if it was, I mean, anything. I think they are really doing it because of the 250th birthday. And so I think that that is, should be kept into consideration when figuring out what to do with it. That would be my,
Well, we had a Friends meeting, and I forgot to ask, because we are doing, the Friends are sort of set in their patterns of what we do and when we do it,
Yeah,
you know, and how many are children's programs and how many are adult programs. So, since we have the money, you know, maybe it's something we want to do as the board from the Humanities, Vermont Humanities Council, because they have a lot of programs right now with that, and maybe we could work with the Fairhaven Historical Society. I have been working to find our charter.
The town charter.
No, the town
library.
charter we have.
You mean the library
The
charter?
library charter, which is 1866. We became a municipal library. Before that, it was owned by people who had, like, bought shares in the library. And that's when it was over the bank.
over the bank.
The community bank?
Yes. So it was upstairs of that building, and that's where the library was. And then they got money from the Carnegie Foundation that built this. I have the deed to this land. We can find how the town owns this land.
But there should be a charter from back in the 1800s.
There should be something that says, there was a vote by or the government said, or the town of Fairhaven, created the library. That's what I'm looking for. Danny's gone through all the minutes from 1866, town minutes. They didn't have town reports back then. So we're searching, and should we get that, I would love to have it framed.
Yeah, definitely.
copy
Yeah.
of it framed.
Yes. Well, I don't think we're gonna find the original. I wish we could.
You're gonna find, yeah.
I wish we could, but Jenny and I have been looking through lots of papers to see if we can find it, but it's
think
nice to revisit the
You think
history.
it's in that room?
In the Vermont
Oh,
room.
no, that's where we were.
Unless it's in some file that, we looked in the file that had the history, where like the copies of Carnegie's letters were in that file. And there was information on the book and page for the land transfer in that file, but we did not see the,
And it would be nice to have some of those framed as well, and have like a little, down here, like we have all these historical things, we can put something up.
There's
Yeah.
still some space on the wall.
Space on the walls where we could do something to, for Andrew Carnegie. Part of the history, because to be a Carnegie library is a pretty great thing. So we're excited that we're still open and still being used as a library, so we can let them know that, but where do we want to put that money when it comes? How much did you say it was?
$10,000.
$10,000? That's a nice,
We could put it over in
Was
the
it
community
coming in a
bank.
one lump sum or
with
like,
the
a paper check.
memorial
They said a paper
money.
check is coming in the mail.
Let's see
So,
what we've got.
It's,
'Cause I
I
don't wanna put it
assume
in a
that that
checking
means one
account.
lump
No.
sum that we'll get.
be nice to know
Frame the
where we
check
want.
and
I'm just thinking that if we put
Next to the
it,
original, it costs
Unity Bank.
$600 to build the building.
if we put it in the
6,000.
community bank, although the memorial is a CD. So,
If we get a little interest out of it, rather than 9 cents.
or we could just open a new savings account at the community bank with the $10,000 in it. That's a possibility.
Well, at least if it's interest interest bearing better than the check, not necessarily a checking account, but
Right.
some kind of an account that gives us some interest. I don't know how we want to, because when we talked, we
Because
said
you-
that could help us with the renovation. It might, I mean, that $10,000 could easily cover the cost of, if we don't get the HUD grant, the window repair. It'd also be nice if we could somehow find someone who can fix that, is it called a transom window in the front of the building?
Above the door?
Yeah, because it's stained glass, isn't it? And that's been, it's been years that we've actually looked, because we've talked to some folks who work with glass, stained glass, Karen, whatever her name is.
There on,
Yeah, Dietz.
on Moscow Road?
Yeah.
Yep. To see what we could do, and that's another project that we'd really like to.
Because if you did a humanities program, how expensive would that be?
$75.
Yeah, so there'd still be money.
Yeah, there's a lot of money. And then I thought it'd be nice to have some kind of 250th celebration,
Yeah.
you know, whether it's free books for kids, which would be nice. You know, kids get, I guess we could, there's like, I think it's $50 per kid if you do Dolly Parton's.
Well, I signed Kevin up for free, so he's gonna get books, but I don't know about
that's-
the library getting them.
Well, I know
didn't
when
think to do
they,
that.
because they asked us and they said it's, but the kid gets a book every month.
Yep, up until they're 5, I think. Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. Sign
Well,
your
this is for
grandchild
kids
up. Uh-huh.
older than that.
And they
so
had to
that's
be in a certain area, so I couldn't sign Charlotte up for it, but I don't know how to do that. I can look into that for the library
But it
offering
would be
the
nice
books.
to put books in the hands of kids. And I mean, we could, $10,000 should buy you
Quite a few.
quite a few books. And it'd be nice to do a history of the library with the kids. And that doesn't mean it has to be at the library. That can be
Field trips to the school, going to them.
a program at the school. Because those usually $800 to $1,000. But the whole school would be able to, because that's triple E through 6.
And then 7, 12.
So you've got humanities program, the stained glass window, books for kids. What else did you
A
say?
program, a children's program, yeah, about literacy.
Children's program.
Yeah, a literacy program at the, you know how we used to have the puppets and all that kind of stuff at school.
Oh, one of those. Artist in residence.
Kind of thing.
And you can do that for $1,000?
Artist in residence are probably closer to 4, but again, you get
You're getting
a
more.
you're getting a reimbursement for that as well, so.
From the humanities.
Humanities.
Well, they haven't done one of those in a long time.
And
they
we
were-
did the history of Fairhaven with Ben Bergstein
Yes,
many, many moons ago. He's probably not
Yes.
alive, but,
yes, because Jeff spoke.
yeah. So it was almost 35 years ago that he
Right.
came. But those are some really fun programs, and again,
Oh.
the history of Fairhaven, and it's sort of cool. You have to get the teachers to buy in, because that's a lot of work. That's why if it's just a program that they come in and the teachers don't have to, get costumes and learn to dance.
Right.
Yeah, they've already got enough on their plate.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, so
Too much.
it's that time.
It's that time.
I move we adjourn.
Okay, I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Our next meeting will be on the
March 4th.